You want to start trading, but you're stuck. Day trading looks exciting and swing trading seems safer, but depending on who you ask online, you'll hear completely opposite advice, and most of it is either hype or flat out wrong. So in this video, I'm going to break down what swing trading and day trading really are, the pros and cons of both styles, what beginners always mess up, and how to choose the style that actually fits you. I'm not here to sell you one or another, I just want to help you make the smartest decision possible depending on your ambitions and your lifestyle. So let's start with a clear breakdown of the actual difference between day trading and swing trading. So for day trading, your trade duration will vary between minutes to hours, but basically what it means is that you will enter and exit a trading position during the same day. The goal of this trading style is to be able to catch small intraday price moves. Your screen time will be higher because it requires constant chart watching. This trading style is really fast-paced, so you can do scalps and momentum scalping. Following that, your decision speed will need to be fast as well, often within seconds. And for these particular reasons, the stress level of this actual trading style is relatively high. Swing trading, on the other end, is pretty much the opposite. First of all, with your trade duration, you'll be in positions between 1 or 10 plus days, sometimes even weeks. The goal here will be to catch bigger moves over multiple days or weeks. The screen time needed is much lower, so you'll need to look at charts maybe once or twice a day, sometimes only around market open. Swing trading has multiple styles like momentum breakouts, pullbacks, technical setups, etc. The decision speed depends a lot on your preparation, but if you do it correctly, normally your entries and exits are planned even before you enter a trade. And the stress level is moderate to low, but obviously it could depend on the stress tolerance of a particular person. Alright, so here's an example of day trading. I'm on the 1 minute chart. Basically what you want to look for is some fast moves. This particular example is a breakdown on SPY. It broke below a resistance, which is right here. When it broke under that previous low, it was a sell signal, so the position was entered going down. Like I said, it's on the 1 minute chart. It could be done on the 5 minute chart, 15-minute chart maybe, sometimes even the 1 hour chart. But most of the time, entries and exits are made during the same day. And here's an example of swing trading. So this one was a momentum breakout. So you can see that there's two blue lines, which are trend lines for a consolidation pattern. And this particular pattern is a flag. So the stock broke out right here with a stronger momentum. I think it was on earnings. So it gapped up, you enter and you hold for a couple of days, and at its peak, this position was 116%. So you can see that this is much lower pace. Once you enter the position, maybe you'll take some profits during the upside move, but other than that, you don't actually stay in front of your screen to manage your position. So basically, day traders are in and out their positions fast because they want to catch quicker moves. And swing traders all through larger waves, so they enter after confirmation and they let the trade play out. Here's the part nobody talks about. Most beginners jump straight into day trading because it looks exciting. You see someone make $400 in 10 minutes and think that's what I want. But what you don't see is the stress, the burnout, and the emotional chaos of taking over 10 trades a day. Obviously, you can make money fast, but you can lose it just as fast. Swing trading isn't as flashy, but it teaches other skills: planning, discipline, patience, and it works around your life. You don't have to sit at your screen all day. You can learn to trade with structure, not stress. So let's take a look at the full pros and cons of each trading style. First of all, with day trading, well, first pro is that you get fast feedback. So you'll know quickly if you're right or wrong. You can take a lot of trades per day, so there's more learning reps. At the end of the day, you don't all know positions, so you don't have overnight risk. And if you're good enough, you have potential to scale really quickly. But day trading also comes with cons. It's emotionally exhausting. It requires a lot of constant focus. It's a lot easier to overtrade and to revenge trade if you lose a position. You need to stare at charts for hours. It has a high failure rate, especially for beginners. There is the PTD rule, which applies for if you use a margin account under $25,000. And it requires advanced execution skills. And for swing trading, it's pretty much the opposite. So the pros are you need less screen time, so it's great for people with jobs or school. Most of the time your trades will be pre-planned, so you could use a calmer execution. There's a better risk-reward potential with bigger moves. It's easier to follow a system and review your trades, and it works well with smarter account because the gains per position are higher. But the cons of swing trading, well, you have overnight risk. It means that if a stock has bad news overnight, then you're stuck with it until market opens tomorrow, and it could open a lot lower. Trades take longer to play out, so you have slower feedback. It's harder to stay patient if you're impulsive, and it's not as exciting because you have less action day to day. There's no perfect answer, but there's a better fit depending on who you are and how you want to trade. So how do you choose? First of all, ask yourself the easy questions. Can I sit at my screen for 3 to 5 hours a day? Can I make decisions fast and end all losses instantly? If not, day trading is going to hit you really hard. But if you work a job, go to school, or want to trade with structure, swing trading gives you an edge. You plan your trades, you take your time, and you learn in a way that builds real consistency. That's exactly how I started. I didn't have time to day trade, and swing trading is what made me finally consistent. If you're still figuring out your style or you're leaning a bit towards swing trading, I've got a free Discord where I post my market preps, setups, and educational breakdowns. It's not just a signal group. It's real education, real trades, and a group of people actually trying to improve. If you want to go deeper, I also have a mentorship program in which you can access all of my personal strategies, indicators, screener, and much more of that. Basically, it's a way to learn exactly how I trade with me as your personal mentor. And it's also linked in the description. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. And as always, lock in, stay disciplined, and I'll see you in the next one.